Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our Divine Journey 2 playthrough. Apparently, I don't know this recipe. Oh, apparently that's Darkstone, not Darkstone Cobblestone. I'm assuming we just throw it in here. It looked the same. I didn't realize. Alright, there we go. So, as you can see, I'm crafting up another blood altar to automate the whatchamacallits, the slates. And using the dread crystal, we actually got that. We got 2 of them from the quest rewards, so I was like, yeah, that's kind of hinting we should probably do that. Now, what we'll probably do... This is a tier 4. This is going to be the tier 6. I think we're going to have 2, and I got this idea basically from the quest book. It does mention doing 2 of them to automate slates. I don't remember where it is, to be honest. It does mention crafting up a second one, and basically what you do, if you know anything about the slates, trying to automate them, they are a bit of a pain because it's hard to pull out only the ones that you need, because you need to put the slates back in, kind of thing. So if you need a tier 2, if you put the tier 1 in and it goes up to tier 2, it'll pull it out. But if you need a tier 3, it'll just keep pulling the tier 2 out, kind of thing. So it's a bit annoying trying to do that. Now, there are multiple ways to go about doing that. You could have probably do something like drawers, maybe. Maybe we could actually do that. Maybe, although I just crafted that up. I kind of wanted 2. But now I'm just like thinking, if we had... Say we had drawers. This might actually be easier. Put a storage bus on the back of them. I mean, we may end up... Maybe we'll use that again, but now I'm like, eh. It was a bit of a waste. Oh well. I mean, at this point, this stuff is easy. All this stuff is super easy. The only kind of annoying one is... I mean, none of this is difficult. But what I'm thinking is we actually could just do storage buses on these. I guess we'll go from this side. And I'll have to dig out that way to connect this. There isn't wireless A in this pack, right? I mean, there's wireless A, but there's no, like, that wireless thing, is there? Besides, like, the quantum link, which I'm not going to do. So, what I'm thinking is actually... storage. Conduit. We could just do this. We'll have an interface. And then we will filter the interface to only accept a couple items. Actually, I have an interface right here. This is my old one. And there's probably filters in here, actually. And we'll take this too. Yes, I know that's not an X. If we did... We'll do like here. An insert. Now this, let's do this. Easier to keep track of the tiers I have. So I will only have it accept stuff like this. You can even look through here. So I'm not going to have it, I'll block all the slates, but pretty much everything else it can pull out. If we ever do the blood tanks, which actually are pretty cheap to be honest, you basically just need to infuse it. There's no like, it's not like 2 tanks for the previous one. You literally just craft up 1 and then just keep infusing it with a lot more and more. So as opposed to having like 2 tanks equal the next tier, so by the time you're at 16 you need 4 million blood tanks, you actually just need to leave it in the thing collecting. So anyway, yeah, so we'll probably just block the slates from that. And they can only go in here. So I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking that it'll just like slowly lock those two. Is this gonna work? I feel like this is like way too simple. Oh, I just had a thought actually. All right, the one problem with this, if I just feed it things, is eventually it's gonna get stuck because if we block this from any of the slates, and they can only go in the other things. I may end, you know what, I may end up actually just using a second altar. I think that would be cool. The problem is like filling that up. I should, are these? Yep, they do need a tier 6. All right. Wow, there is, look at that. Holy cow. For now, I don't, well, we can only do up to tier 4 anyway. Eventually I will, if this works, if I like how this works, we'll do that. I guess. It's just, yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit of like figuring out, but I'm thinking we do that. Oops. Wanted that. And then we just feed it the, I think we're doing a Holy Stone or whatever, aren't we? I don't remember which one we're actually doing. Maybe I can do it to only... Yeah, this is still going to be a bit annoying, to be honest. No matter how I end up doing this. Limestone, that's right. That's what we're doing. Let me hook this up and then we'll test it out. Okay, got the stuff hooked up. And I'm thinking, actually, maybe we could actually do slates in one and then the thing in the other. But then I'm thinking, like, well, why don't we just do it so it would never get screwed up? I don't know. Like I said, we're still kind of working on this. But if we do... like this, I guess we would just feed this, or we could even do, I wonder if we could do, see the problem is if we like tell the A system keep 64 in stock, don't think that's going to work with the storage buses, because the items are technically, why doesn't that want to go in there? Oh, I didn't tell that to pull out. Alright, so yeah. But what I was thinking is if we just continue to put the stuff in here, which doesn't work as well because we are not we don't have life essence automated. So I still have to kind of come over here and do this manually. But maybe if we... Yeah, because... See, that's not going to register. If it puts it in the storage bus, it's not going in the A system. So it doesn't register. Now we could probably set it up to go in an A system somehow. Yeah, so instead of like manually crafting, what I would do is just keep going, and then it would slowly fill up the tier 1, and then when that fills up, it can't pull the slate out, so then it starts filling up the tier 2, and so on and so forth down the line. But the problem is once the tier 4, at this point it would be tier 4, gets full, then it just sits in the thing. When you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. If we did other crafts, like hardened blood droplets or blood infused leather, if we did that on like another altar, oh, that's fine. But then the problem starts being if I'm pulling out the lower slates, it can't craft any more up because the tier 4 thing is stuck in there because it has nowhere to go. So yeah, I guess that still isn't perfect. You know what, the easiest way I think would just to be 2 separate altars. And then what you would do is to craft up these slates, you would tell a... I guess I should have grabbed those here. Yeah, so you do tier 1, blank slate and limestone, and then you would have it... You would pull it out at the tier 1, and then you would put the tier 2 in a second one. And then when it crafts up the tier 2, you pull that out. And then you'd put the tier 3 in this one. So you would never get the tier 2 slate in that one. So it could pull out the tier 1, it could pull out the tier 3, it could pull out the tier 5. And then the other one would be 2, 4, 6 kind of thing. But again, that does require getting runes for both, trying to get everything upgraded for both, and then eventually filling both with life essence. But if we get a mob farm, that's not, or the ritual of sacrifice or whatever it's called, that won't be a problem filling up. Getting all the things crafted up though is quite a thing. So yeah, I think I may try that actually. I think this is just going to be more annoying than it's worth, to be honest. We could do some fancy stuff with integrated dynamics and stuff, but I think just having 2 separate ones. And then one of them will just do this stuff, because I'm pretty sure those don't require... Yeah, most of those is just like a tier 1. What was that? Oh, I do need to craft some of these up, actually. I was looking at that. There is quest right there. Got a little distracted by this, though. Alright, yeah, let me get to work here, and we'll be back. Okay, we are back. I have gone ahead and set up a second one. So that one is going to be set up for 1, 3, and 5. I have thrown down some runes to boost it a little bit, but I haven't gone like super crazy with them. Just the self-sacrifice and the capacity ones. I haven't decided how I want to actually go about doing this, but I do think this is going to be easier. So for example, if we want a demonic rune, we just do that. Obviously, I already have some because I was testing. but that should... Right, I deleted this because I moved it. Wrong one. Also, I don't know which... I don't know like how many I should put in either. Because obviously each of them use more. I might just leave one at it. We'll do one at a time, I think. Just for now. Also, I was thinking that we could possibly... And I may still end up doing this, but if we set up one of these altars to... I keep forgetting that that puddle is too far from that. I was thinking that we could set one up for the runes of... which ones? Augmented capacity. No, I can't remember what they... Rune of Sacrifice, that's right. I was getting the self-sacrifice and the regular sacrifice. So if we have the ritual, which is getting the blood essence, life essence from the mobs, and then we have like a whole bunch of sacrifice runes on one of them, maybe even like this one. And then we could pump out the life essence into this one. But if we have them like all the runes stacked on one, like it would probably be more efficient if we killed them over there and then pumped them over here. Unfortunately, at this point, this is extremely slow. It only does 20 LP per like second. It is super, super slow. That took like 5 minutes to fill up. So until we can get displacement, this one. Yeah, until we can get displacement, then that is kind of not going to work. And to get that, we're going to need a tier 5 altar. We have runes of water. We have that, blank runes, but we don't have ethereal slates yet. With that in mind, I do need some beacons. I'm going to need 4 of those. And I will have to get more of these bloodstone bricks. I got 4 of these shards from... Or 8 of them. I got 8 shards from a quest, so that gave me some. But yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm like, if we upgrade to a tier 5, like this is eventually going to go up to a tier 6. And this one's going to go up to a tier 5. I'm just thinking, like, which one would I upgrade first? Anyway, that's just something to kind of think about. How I'm going to do the... the life essence, splitting them between the two. Unless we just do... I don't know. See that one? It made the things over there. But as you can see, it's a little bit complicated at this point because we're not feeding these full. So I don't know, like right off the top of my... Like I don't know how many I can craft up all at once. And we can't have it running out of life essence because then it's our LP. Is it life essence? I thought it was life essence. Life... What is it? I've been calling it life... It is life essence. Why does it call it LP? What's LP mean? Anyway, yeah, so I don't know, like... I'm kind of doing this manually until we can get this filled up. I guess that's what I was trying to say. Alright, yeah, so that will get our demonic slates. So I need 2 more of those. Is that... The demonic is the... No, the imbued is 7,500. Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait to get this sorted out. Yep, so we ran out. That's not good. That's what I'm trying to avoid. What is... I thought that was 7,500. Oh, those are 25,000. I didn't realize that was much. I thought those were... I thought the tier 4 ones were less than that. I thought they were like 10,000. Alright, also, question is, do we want to spend time upgrading our incense altar? Because those brick path things are nuts. Those recipes, like this is the next one. So we got rune stones, we got double compressed, we got the wooden paths to do one of those, and we need what? 6 times 4. We need like 24. So that means we need 48 wooden paths, and then this is like its own craziness. So I don't know how much I want to spend on that if we're going to be switching over to a mob farm. Also, I should probably move this over here. So as I'm sitting in it, filling my stuff up, it registers the incense altar. All right, so I think that is the 4. Yeah, there's the 4 demonic slates. Oh, and it gives us 4 more. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, here's the thing. I remember reading it said to do 2 altars. It's under this one. All right, cool. So yeah, we've got them sort of automated, but not fully yet. So there is runes of augmented capacity. That is also something we could possibly do. Now that I have a tier 4 altar, there is lots of blank things. So I could upgrade our runes of capacity if we want. That's just going to take me some time though. Because I believe those require... yeah, 2 demonic slates and a gargantuan drum to upgrade each of these. And I need 15 of them. So we're talking at least 30 demonic slates to just break even. Yeah, just break even with the other ones. But the cool thing is we can use these and upgrade them. We don't have to craft up new ones. All right, so there is that. Let's look at this stuff. It wants us to get all the things, which we want to, because we're working towards the rituals. So mana, it's 2 of those, and then 1 of each. So I'm assuming each of these is its own rune, and 40,000. Yep, that is that's something. I could probably upgrade a couple of these. I might... see, the thing is, I don't really want to upgrade to self-sacrifice if I'm gonna be switching over here. Because these just are kind of pointless if we are doing it with a mob farm. Just finishing up the mana rune, and I realized as I was looking at uses for the self-sacrifice runes that there is actually a recipe, and I didn't realize this. You can drop it in water and it just clears it off. So when we switch from rune of self-sacrifice, I can just clear all the runes to get blank runes, and then we can reuse them. So I'm like, oh, that's perfect. So I started crafting up more self-sacrifice runes. They're really easy. They just require the tier 2, the tier 2 slates, and yeah, I did that. So we could get more from our thing. We get about 33,000 right now, so I'm going to wait for this one. Just so we don't waste any life essence. Oh. Yeah, I wish it was more. Obviously, this could be better. We could have more runes, self-sacrifice runes, and all sorts, but I'm not super about at the moment. All right, there we go. So I got the 4 of these. I don't remember which is the hardest one. I need 2 of these. There is that. We got a block of mana diamond. That's pretty cool. This one, I feel like air was the most annoying. I really don't remember though. Now, let's see if we can. I'm just going to do this. Usually we need them in it's the singles. Yeah, that wants us to do the Ritual Diviner. This complicated? Spellbinding Cloth. Alright, well that's not complicated. Is there any other uses for this? Just the ritual. Yeah. Let's make a recipe. So, 4 Spellbinding Cloth. And we might need the... Also, we filled up our mana pool, so I turned it off. I'm just going to drop... No, I didn't want to do it that way. Oh well. Wanted to pull 9 out. We have, like, filled that up with things. I can't believe we actually filled that all the way up. I'll just get another one going so it fills it up a little bit more. I didn't want it just to keep dropping it and voiding it, so I pulled this sand out. I think you can do, you could probably do redstone to turn it on and off, but I actually don't know. Alright, cool. That's actually dropping a whole lot of stuff there. I didn't even really look at the... Oh yeah, look at that. It does require quite a bit. I didn't realize it actually required that much. Alright, so that will get us the Ritual Diviner, and then... Is that... More important crystals? Do we need to... Oh, I don't know what that's actually... I want to get the will. So I probably need to automate these now. And I wish sometimes it would be easier to figure out where we are locked behind. More important crystals. Okay, so it's down there. Like, sometimes it's like hard to see that. Alright, let's craft up the Ritual Diviner. Can it be any of them? No. 4 and up. Is that why it's... Are they locked? Is that... Does that what... Lock it behind, The rituals get locked behind that? I didn't really know what they were locking it behind. Yeah, it's alright. So that is not... So we're gonna have to go... Geez, how are we gonna have to go? Alright, so we'll have to go... This way, this way, this way, and then that. Okay, I guess let me just get all this automated. We'll come back. Okay, so I started getting the catalyst done, and I completely forgot we needed to do the mechanism thing. So I'm just throwing down... This whole, like, setup over here has been just insane. I just keep making it worse. But, I mean, it works. It really works, but yeah. Alright, so I am just kind of setting up this process. It's quite involved, actually. So right here we're producing oxygen. Right here we are producing sulfur dioxide. I just threw a stack in there. I haven't automated this or anything. It's just... There it is. And it's going in there with the sulfur dioxide. Now, the one thing about this is... You actually get quite a lot from this, so it's not like we have to produce a ton of this to get the few bits that we need. But obviously I'm going to speed this up eventually. Right, so there's the sulfur trioxide. Then we have to mix this with water vapor and the sulfur trioxide. So we got water vapor right here, which is just the condensator decondensating into water vapor. So we'll have to that probably throw this down here. We're getting our water vapor in there. In comes the sulfur trioxide into here. There we go. There is the sulfuric acid. And again, I'm even using like hardened flux ducts. I haven't even bothered upgrading any of that stuff, so maybe eventually. All right, so there is the sulfuric acid. Now the sulfuric acid goes in a distillation chamber. Dissolution chamber. Now this will probably be where the interface goes. I haven't really figured out how we're going to do this. I'll get that crafting up. We'll probably just do this manually, I'm thinking. Do that and that. Also, pretty sure that is the... I think that's the input for the gas, the small one. Nope. Alright. Which one is it? The big one. Why is the big one on this one is the item, and the small one was the gas? I don't know. I give up trying to figure out mechanism, how they sort this stuff out. Alright, so dissolution chamber. We'll throw an iron thing in there. We have a bunch. I'll probably set this up just to do a bunch at a time. I don't know. We'll see. So throw that in there. We get 1,000 clean slurry. This is the quintuple ore processing from Mechanism, if you didn't know that, by the way. Alright, so we got an iron slurry. I don't know if this is... I can't remember if that's fluid or not. So this goes in here. Apparently... Well, it wouldn't connect if it wasn't a gas. Alright, there's the iron slurry. Now we need to get water over here. Should have more hardened. I really like the mechanism sounds. They're kind of like just satisfying. So we'll put water in here, and that will be... That's... Actually, is that... Water goes in the top. I think that's what that means. I have a feeling that's water because that's the stuff we get out of it. Right, does this connect? Yeah. Alright, so I'll just run it over here. Our endless water supply. Sounds like it just turned on. I have actually done this quite a few times now. I'm not like totally confused when it comes to this. And then we will pump this into... Is that a gas? I think it is a gas. Crystallizer. There we go. And that is that. So I will probably, like I said, I will probably set up a thing to input. We'll probably do, since it's 5 per ore, we'll probably do like 1 to 5. 1 ore to 5 of these kind of thing is what I'm thinking. Now, as we can see, it's not like you get 5 of them from one process, so it's not like I need a ton of this stuff. So for now, it's just gonna kind of, it'll just work and fill up the buffers. But in the meantime, we'll do, did save that right? Yeah, I think I did. All right, so one of these, 5 iron crystals. And then we'll do the same for the tin ore. I may just throw like a stack in there and just get a bunch, but we should have this automated. All right, so there's that. Okay, with that, we get our intensive catalyst. So I got recipes for the double one so they don't mess up, and stack when they shouldn't. And now we have those done. So got that. We should be able to craft up the intensive catalyst. Yeah. All right, cool. So there we go. There's that. Next episode, we'll come back and we'll continue. I did realize we need to go, I forget that. We need to do the tier 4 essences. Then we need to do this. Then we need to do this, and then this. And then that unlocks that. So that is kind of what we're working on right now. I need to do these and the tier 4 essences. But anyway, that's going to be for today. So thanks for watching and have a good one.